Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome back. We're on the Romulan mystery story arc, and we have just finished Terrace, and we're moving on to the Vault. The Vault is a tricky little mission. Some people like it, some people hate it. Most people find it quite annoying. It can be a tricky little mission. At a lower level, once you're a higher level, you can kind of zip in and out. But it is an interesting mission. So we're going to go in. We're going to collect our rewards from the last one. What is good for us here? Well, the blue level 4 shield is actually not as good as green level. However, there are modifiers and things that come into play here, and the values, as it says underneath, don't reflect your skills or other modifiers. So it could actually be that although it doesn't look so good on the surface, it is actually better. And most items are, if it's a higher grade object, weapon, shield, whatever, it'll still end up being better. This one here, you see, actually does have a better shield capacity. So that is actually better than what we've got. So yeah, just do like-for-like comparisons and choose the one that's going to suit you. I'm going to go for this covariant shield. So we're going to pick that up. I've unlocked a trait slot here. Admiral Quinn is calling us because something wonderful has happened. Now, what's happened here is we've leveled up. We can't see it on my screen at the top here because of the Twitch overlay. Obviously, if we're watching a recorded version of this, you can. But we have leveled up from Lieutenant Commander to Commander, level 20. That's absolutely wonderful. All our stats will get better. We can get a new ship. So what we're going to do now, this was going to be the Vault, but before we go onto that mission, it's going to be better to level up. So I will rename this mission when I save it, and basically this will just be about traveling over to Earth Space Dock and picking up our new ship and all that goes with it, because that's important for this mission that's coming up, is to be as strong as possible. So let's get over there, guys. So
the Romulans had a base known as the Vault that they used for research into Borg technology. This facility was abandoned in the chaos after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but intelligence suggests that the work there was far enough along that it was used to retrofit Nero's ship before it disappeared along with Ambassador Spock's vessel in the Hobus system. Long-range sensors have detected energy spikes in the Halcona system, and Starfleet intelligence believes that someone is bringing the Vault back online. We need to know who, and more importantly, we need to know if there is still Borg technology or restricted weaponry on that base. I need you to proceed immediately to the Halcona system and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need without conflict.
Well, we're here because we'll still do the mission. While we're here, she's telling us we're going to use a shuttlecraft or a fighter, depending what you actually have. And what you can use. So we'll accept the mission.
More missions for you.
Yes, you have. Now I'm just going to check here. In progress. See the vaults down here. I just want to see if there's anything mentioning leveling up, and here it is. And at the top on the current map, promotion, commander. Go to the shipyard. Get yourself a ship. So what are we going to have now? We are at the moment hiding behind that window there. At the moment we have cruiser, which is our Constitution class. She's pretty good. We'll be sad to see her go. We don't have to get a new ship, but the new ship will be better than this ship. Let's go and have a look. Acquire ships. We can go in here, and down the bottom right we have the ability to buy a new ship. So we can decide what sort of ship we want, obviously, but it should really come down to the character or the style we're playing. So escorts, more get in there, a lot of speed, shoot things up. We can get a heavy cruiser. Heavy escort. If you're a Klingon, you can use the Warbirds, or if you have managed to get a token that allows you to fly any ship you like, you could use that. Possibly, if you're a bit hardcore, you don't want to do that. You want to stick to Federation ships, but you could. But you're going to need to spend some of your dilithium on that particular ship because it's not a Federation one. Science, if you're on a science tune, and stuff that is out of our price range. So we're going to get our free ship, and we're going to get a cruiser because we are flying cruisers at the moment. This one has a engineering station, 2 tactical stations, and 1 science. If we look at the ship we already have, it's pretty much the same. So we're going to get this ship here, which is a heavy cruiser. We'll buy it. That's our free ship. We can rename it. Now I'm going through Hawk Moons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., because that shows us the levels we have completed and where we're at. Obviously, you can rename your ships anything you wish to. So this is going to be the Hawk Moon, and I think it's going to be 3. Let's just, we can't get there now. It's going to be the Hawk Moon 3. Now, we've got invalid white space in there. Somewhere we've managed to get a space in there. I think it's because we had one and we deleted it and the system didn't recognize that. Let's have another go. Hawkmoon 3. I just want to double check that that was Hawkmoon 2. It was. We put a B on the end because we swapped ships. So Hawkmoon 3 is our new cruiser. If we look at 2, we'll see the hull was 19,500. This new ship is 25 or 26,000, so it is a lot stronger. It'll turn faster, it'll go faster, and we actually have an extra weapon slot. So on the old Hawk Moon, we had 2 on the front, 2 on the back. On the new one, we have 3 on the front, 3 on the back. So now that we've bought it, we need to ready it, which is in manage ships here. And here we go. Here's our old ship with all our equipment on it. We go to the new ship and we ready Starship at the bottom right hand side. That will move all the best gear across. So you'll notice if you go back into the Hawkmoon 2, there's a little Starship icon top left hand side there, which says this is equipped on another ship, and it's all on our new ship. So she's pretty cool. She's pretty tooled up. While we're sitting here, we'll go into our inventory. Do we have any better equipment in our inventory than we've put on this ship? Now here we'll see on the front, it's automatically given us our old Harping torpedoes, level 4 beam array, but it's put another torpedo on the front. I think we should have actually have more beam weapons on the front. And although that's a common ship weapon, the DPI is pretty good, so we'll just swap that one up there. We'll keep the better quality torpedo. So now we've got 2 lots of beams on the front, 1 torpedo, and on the back, here we go, we've got a torpedo on the back and 2 beam weapons, both of which are better than we have in our inventory. The ones we got in the inventory actually came with the ship when we got it, but we swapped it out for our better weapons. We'll just check this torpedo here. No, it is not as good as the one we have. There's another one up there. So what happened was we actually got given some beam arrays and torpedoes and warp cores and deflectors, and we're just going to see if which ones are better, the ones we had or the ones that we've just been given. So again, mouse over there, is that shield array better? Actually no, it isn't, so we don't need that. Is the engines better? No, it's a lot worse, so we don't need that. So this is what I'm saying. You don't necessarily need to buy things. You can pick things up as you go along your merry way, mission rewards, drop boxes, and actually you will end up with a better ship than had you just come here and got that ship. No, not as good. Just double check everything, not as good. Now, we do have an extra engineering console here, and we have another engineering console there, so we may as well pop it in the hull. There we go. What's this? This is a shield array we picked up at the end of the last mission, and as we can see, it is better than the one we had and better than the one that is on this ship, so we'll swap that one out. And we have this extra engineering console, and we'll just check, is it better than things we've got? Now, although it's got double the bonus points against some damage resistance, it's got 15 on phaser and disruptor. Now the console we've got is only plus 7.5, which is only half, but that actually goes across all damage. So we need to say, are we more likely to get hit with phasers and disruptors than other types of weapons like torpedoes, etc.? So I'm going to leave on the all damage. I think that's a better option for us. So I'm actually not going to use this. I'll bring it down. What did we get here? We got a tactical console. It's a Mark V. The one we're using is only a Mark III, but it's blue. One helps us with plasma damage. The other one is Tetrion. Now, if we're not using Tetrion weapons, which are generally a cannon, there's no point equipping this console whatsoever. So we're going to dump it. We're not ever going to use it. Now here we've got a cannon, but that's a phaser cannon. I'm not a cannon fan myself, but you could say, look, it is better than the phaser weapon we've got, the Mark IV. The phaser has a 250-degree firing arc, though, and the cannon is 180. So it comes down to your games play. Which one do you think you're going to do? Do you think you'll be in a 180 arc to do 221 DPS damage? Or do you think the 250 arc with less damage will fire more often? I'm going to actually, although I'm not that keen on cannons myself, I am going to swap it out just so you can see different weapons firing. So we'll put that on the front. But I'm going to hang on to that phaser array there, or because I may end up putting it back. So all this stuff down the bottom, we just have the look. Can we sell it or trade it? No, we can't. It's bound to this character. So if we're not going to use it, we'll get rid of it. And in getting rid of it, we will get some possible energy credits, or if we can salvage it, we will get some components. Not everything can be salvaged. Some things you just have to dump, and that is okay too. The other thing we can look at while we're here is to see if we can upgrade something. When we tried in earlier tutorials, we did not have the ability to upgrade. We didn't have the technical skill. So let's have a look if we can do it now. So for instance, this level 4 beam weapon on the front, we right click on it. Well, we can't upgrade it because we're on the ground. We'll do that in a second. Let's just check out whether we can use other stuff on our characters as well. But first off, there's our ship. It's as ready as it's going to be. We could buy some devices for it, some weapons, batteries, etc., but we will pick them up in space. As I say, I don't often buy things like this because they're drifting around everywhere. But this is our standard ship. Now we know from past experience we can customize our ship and make it look, not the shuttle, come out of there. Why did you do that, Sean? Our starship. Because we want to look a little bit different. Here she is. She's pretty cool. Go to advanced and have a look what options we've got. Well, we have a templates here. Cheyenne is the standard one. Dakota, she's pretty cool looking, isn't she? The Stargazer, or a constellation. Now I like the Stargazer. She's pretty cool. Look at that. She's one cool ship. As we said before, we can mess around with the windows. Hey, up to you. I'll just randomly click on the NX refit because I can. The interior, now that's when we go onto our bridge. We can change that around. Choose whatever you feel like. I quite like the bridge we have. It's quite simplistic. It works for me. Now we can swap around our hulls, the nacelles, pylons, etc., etc. And we can really start getting to town on customizations here. I like this sleek look. I'm going to leave it. We can change all the patterns, as we've said before, change the colors of the patterns. Look, unfortunately, it is hidden behind the color chart, but we'll make her red because why not? There we go. I don't know. Is that a good color, guys? It'll do. It makes us stand out from the crowd, so we can change all the patterns and stuff should we wish to do that. I'm not going to waste your time doing it in these tutorial missions or walkthroughs, but there we go. There's our ship. We apply it. It doesn't cost us anything. It's always important to make sure you're not spending money if you don't want to spend money. So we have a ship. We have a mission. Let's beam up. And now we get to look at our new pretty Stargazer style ship. The one thing is we're not going to get to use this ship right away because this mission, the Vault, isn't she awesome? The Vault, there's our name there, Hawkman 3, actually uses a shuttle. Just for a change, I'll warp out into sector space. Kind of like seeing the ship do that. Now, because we've read the mission details and it says that the mission uses a shuttle, what we need to do is two things. One, of course, make sure skill purchases are up to date and as high as they can be, because each new mission we do gets a little bit harder. What are we going to do here? But the other thing is it's a shuttle mission. So what we do is we go to our shuttle and we look at what it has. If we don't play around with this, you notice there are no consoles at all. The weapons are reasonably low. What we want to do is I'm going to pull these weapons off here and just stash them here for now. Because what we want to do with this mission, because it's a shuttle mission, is put on the highest grade weapons we can. Because it's going to make us a lot more efficient. So let's have a look. Rather than drag stuff off our main ship, we'll use these buttons here. So we want a 4 weapon, and what can we use on a shuttle? Look at all these. So instead of just having that standard weapon there, we can actually use a weapon that is equipped on another ship that's a higher grade weapon. Here we go. And we may want to put a torpedo on there, but I think I'm going to go for beam weapons. Once you've done this mission once or you've tried it and failed, you may say, actually, I'll be honest, it's not going to let us do it that way. We are actually going to have to take it off the ship. So, okay, we'll drag them off here and we will put them on manually. There we go. Maybe a blip in the system. Pretty sure if you do that, it will just swap them straight to this ship. It didn't do that for us. So deflector, impulse, warp, shields. We want the best stuff we can have. So there we go, deflector, impulse, warp, shields. Now, although the mission doesn't involve warping anywhere, the warp engines actually provide power to other systems. So this shuttle now is going to end up being a lot stronger than it was. Devices, what have we got? So we can take this battery off, put that over here. And consoles, we can choose 3 consoles that had we not done this, we would have not have had access to the use of these consoles. And we choose the best one from engineering because we can only have one. And I think we'll go for all damage resistance. Now we have to remember when we finish the mission to put all this stuff back on our ship. Otherwise we're going to be looking a bit silly flying around space with no weapons, no consoles, whatever. So here we go. We've upgraded our shuttle with some really serious firepower, consoles, etc. And when we get to the mission to use the shuttle, we're going to make sure all of those weapons are showing here. So we're tooled up. We are going to go to the vault down the bottom here, which tells us where we need to go. Right, I think we actually need to make the shuttle active, which it should automatically do, and we're going to the Harkona system. So again, we can just type that in our system list, start with the first few letters, and there she is. Double click the autopilot there. Now we're in our starship at the moment. We will swap to our shuttle when we get there. The map shows us we have, well, it doesn't show us we're moving at all actually. What's going on here? Now here is the thing. We've taken the engines off. Lesson to learn here. So let's go in, and can we actually hop into this ship? Yes, we can. Switch starship, I think, will put us in the shuttle. Let's have a look. And it did. There we go. We're in our shuttle now. So now we can go on our merry way to Harkona. We're actually moving now. So there's a thing to learn. If you take your engines off, or if you're in space and you're not actually going anywhere, it's because your engines, you've either taken them off or they've fallen off. I think last year at some stage there was actually an issue where engines and that were falling off. Now I'm trying to scout around here to find out where we're meant to be going because it doesn't look like we're going in the right direction. Interesting. It should be here because it's yellow. It doesn't mean it is. It's not. We can have a little look along this line. Can we see the words Harkonnen system? We can't. So there's something gone astray here. For some reason it's not setting a course there. Let's see if there's another way of doing that. And the answer is no. So where is it? We'll just check out the location. Well, it's Hakona in the beta quadrant where we are. It's the vault. I'm not finding it. All right, so let's have a little look-ski. What's going on? If we stop our ship, then we try and autopilot there again. Off she goes. Oh, there it is. She's hiding. There's not a ring around her. There's normally a yellow circle, but there isn't. And sometimes it's quite hard to find the system you're looking for when you're actually scrolling through the map. That's cool. We're on our way, guys. In a very old-fashioned original series space shuttle. And you can't zoom too close into this. Well, we're on our way. As I say, there's nothing showing here of weapons and consoles. So we're just going to go in and drag stuff to the tray like we've done before. Otherwise, we're going to be in a lot of trouble when we get there. So again, I like defense on the right, as you know. Attack on the left. I like my quick maneuverability down that left-hand corner, so I know where it is at all times. Shields, torpedoes, and we got our weapons battery. So actually there's not a lot we can add there. The consoles are just giving us passive boosts, so we'll leave them there. Now look, because we are now on the small craft, we can only actually have one person here, so we choose who it is and what they do. Now we don't have torpedoes, so there's no point him having high yield torpedoes. We swap that over at the top here for beams. The other thing to notice while we're flying there is that our new ship doesn't have anyone on the station, so we need to fix that before we use it. And we need to redo all the traits because we're in a new ship there as well. So we'll try and remember to do that. What happens sometimes is you forget to do that. You go into a battle, you get blown up, and then you're like, hey, what's going on, guys? And that's why. Right, we're right outside this system here. And it's an unusual system because it's pretty much just this space station here. Now, I'm a little bit intrigued as to why it's not letting us in to do this mission at the moment. We're in our shuttle. We're at the location. We're doing exactly what it wants us to do. It says speak with DeSoto for additional information. So I don't think we did that. Sucker. So guess what, guys? We have to go all the way back to the Admiral's office, and that's fine. I've got, and you should too have now, in an option we haven't used before, when you get to a certain level, you can use transwarp, and different things will come up. The beauty of being here and needing to get to Sol System, which is quite a long way away, is we can actually transwarp to it, which means we'll just immediately go there. So lesson learnt here, guys. Read the mission objectives on the right-hand side. Otherwise, you're flying around space for no reason whatsoever. So we're back to Earth Space Dock. Again, I could just redo this video, but I'm not going to, because the only way to learn is from your mistakes, and you will make these mistakes, and then you'll be having to work out how to fix them on your own. So we don't need to do that. I'll make the mistakes for you. No doubt every time I've done that mission, I've made exactly the same mistake because I don't learn. Alrighty, so off we go to find DeSoto, who we needed to talk to. I think we were concentrating so much on getting the shuttle and kitting it out that we didn't read the mission brief properly. So DeSoto in the Admiral's office. Now he's actually not on Starbase, Earth Starbase. That is interesting. So we come back into our progress. It doesn't really tell us where to go. So sometimes you're like left a bit frustrated. Now, where is he? We know that he's in the Admiral's office. He's definitely not in this Admiral's office. Now, if we highlight over the mission, the vault, it says we need to go to Starbase 39, which is a totally different starbase. So we'll beam up. And now, remember I said there's usually a yellow circle around our missions. Well, we did see a yellow circle. We hadn't read the mission list or what to do, and it was assumed it was a different mission. But if we scroll in, it's not. Look at that, Starbase 39. So we'll pop off there. And as I say, it's I'll make the mistakes for you. You'll also make the mistakes, but together we will learn how to get around them. I've actually did this the last time I did this mission, or the first time, I did exactly the same thing as I've just done there. For anyone who hasn't read or watched this mission, shall I say, chances are you've done it too. Comments in the comment section if you have, be honest. Am I the only idiot who didn't read the Vault mission on the right-hand side? I bet I'm not. But one thing we did do is we tooled our ship up, we got our shuttle, we put all the good equipment on our shuttle, so we did things that we needed to do. Of course, en route we can do other things like see how we're doing on R&D and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that at the moment because we're almost at Starbase 39, and these are your daily things. We've mentioned them before. Right, so here we jolly well go. I like to slow down when we get close to the systems or the suns, because otherwise you can shoot right past. Oh, she's pretty. Maybe one day we'll get a nice ship like that. Or not, because I've accumulated ships that I like better. And you, again, will also choose the ships that you prefer. Docking procedures, you can click on that and immediately it tells us we need to be closer. The same as with Earth Starbase, we need to be close enough to either dock or beam down. Gosh, we're tiny against that ship. And look here, I think, is that another shuttle? Is somebody probably doing the same missions as we're doing? Obviously, that will happen. When you're actually on your mission, something of note that we won't deal with here is if you have a friend and if you're struggling with a mission like the Vault and you've tried a few times, and do try more than once, if you fail, you can actually invite a friend to come with you and share that mission. And if that friend happens to be a much higher level toon, they will just be your mother while you go through that mission and sort it out for you. But it's not a good thing to do. It's not a good learning curve. When I have individually taken people through these, I have had another ship and gone along, but I've let them actually do the mission unless they got really desperate and were dying all the time. And then I've just given them a little bit of cover. So these Omega particles are all over the place. As I say, that's a mission for that we had in a higher level that I'm actually still seeing everywhere. All right. Now, are we close enough? Let's have a look. No, we're still not there. Many years ago at star bases, you could actually fly into it. You could fly right to the docking doors. You can't do that anymore. I suppose not enough people did it because they just wanted to get on board these space stations as quick as possible. Right, so we're here. This is another starbase. We will spend some time here on and off. It's very similar to the other starbases. If you look at your map, you have various characters you can get missions from. You have vendors and this sort of thing. Now, the reason Admiral Tanay and DeSoto, etc., do not show on this map is because they're not on this level. So we need to find them. And let's have a look. There's a turbo lift over here. I wonder where that goes to. Admiral's office. Now you can spend some time looking around the starbase. As I say, good to look at everything, but you will have other missions here, so we don't need to do that necessarily straight away. We can pick up some more side missions. We're not going to do that. So we're not going to talk to this guy here. He'll give us more to do. We've actually got quite a lot. There's Tanay. Well, she's giving us most of our missions at the moment. But here's the guy we need to talk to, Kyle DeSoto.
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tanay has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Hakona system. If you have a runabout, fighter, or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the vault and explore the interior. Any questions?
No more questions.
Very well.
For me.
Remember, you must use a shuttlecraft, runabout, fighter, or similar small operations craft to undertake this mission. We need on-site intel from the interior of the vault. Starfleet will not clear you to enter the Hakona system otherwise. Good luck.
So here it's telling us we need to go and get a shuttle. But hey, you say, we already have one. And yes, we do. However, the game wants us to get one. We're going to get one. There's also a possibility to get a better type of small craft. So let's go and have a look. See here, Zen Store, you can buy one. The Delta Flyer is a lot more powerful, quicker, has more weapons or weapon capability. But we're not spending money today. So we actually have to go and find the shipyard. And as I've said, star bases have all the usual vendors on them. Sometimes there are different vendors that are not on other star bases, but you can pick up more weapons, equipment, stuff like that. Maybe you want to get something, you picked up good stuff for yourself. Maybe you want to get better stuff for your crew. Now we need to talk to the guy who deals with shuttles here. Let's find out, is he easily found? There he is. Ship and shuttle requisitions is right ahead of us. So I'm going to untick all the big ships. I'll leave shuttle and fighters. And hey, it tells us there's nothing available for us, which is quite weird because we actually have to get one. I'm not sure what he wants us to do here. Let's have a run around here. We can see we've got more consoles here for the banks, exchange and stuff like that. They're available on all the star bases. So this particular person here is somebody we can talk to about shuttles. Maybe that's who we need to talk to. And yes, it is. That part of the mission goes away, and now we can go to the Harkona system. We'll just check. We still have our shuttle, and the game hasn't done away with it, so we can beam up now. For some people have their favourite star bases. For some people it's Earth. For some it's Deep Space Nine, or this particular one here, where they do all their purchasing, they're playing around with their starships, hanging out. Each to their own. You'll decide where you like to go best. Usually, if you're in game and you need to do something, it's the nearest starbase to you. All right. So now when we go into our map, we'll see that Harkona does actually have the yellow ring around. So we'll go there. Fantastic. And we're not too far away. So as I say, usually on a trip somewhere, I'll play around with R&D, which is new to us at the moment. We've got our Admiralty, which we can't use. Our duty officers we have done. If we go into completed, it'll tell us if anyone's completed them. Now, we did look at R&D and Admiralty and the duty officers during the tutorials. But I'll, because this video has already included getting a new ship and arming it and stuff like that, we'll actually look at the new things at this level that we can do. For instance, we now have, I think, maybe we get the reputation system. No, we don't. We're still waiting on that. But we can look at R&D and stuff that we can actually now do on this character. And instead of just looking at it on a tutorial, we can actually get involved with doing it as part of a mission. Again, our shuttle is not as fast as our starship. So if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment. Tell us about your favorite original series episodes, or do you prefer the original series, or Generation, or Enterprise, or the new Discovery? I must admit, I found the first few episodes of Discovery to be a bit weird, but I've settled into it and I enjoy the new seasons. But initially, it's like, hey, what's going on here? This isn't Star Trek. But it is. It just took a while to get into. It was like Star Trek for a whole new generation. Okay, we're coming up to the Harkona system here. As I said earlier on, it's more just a base. And let's go and begin the mission. Don't forget, we've tooled up. We've made our shuttle the best we can make it because we don't know what we're going to encounter. But we're pretty sure there'll be some ships shooting at us, and it's not going to be that easy.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Riemann ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon. Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. My people are experts at stealth technology. If we want to approach unseen, we must avoid confrontation and find a way to evade or jam their sensor grid. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever is left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point.
So look, there are patrols here, and we've just been told not to get involved. If we do, we're going to have to fight them off, and then it'll be more difficult to get in. But we have ways around it, and we should head to some of these waypoints, preferably away from the enemy, and we'll find out if any more enemy appear on our way. On the right here, it says optional things we can do. You don't have to do those things. You can just go around the outside, perhaps, avoid these patrols. It's up to you. I'm actually going to avoid the patrols, but also I'm not going to do the optional missions. You can do that yourself. I'm not going to pick up this material here. What I'm going to try and do is pretty much just get into the vault without alerting anyone to our presence. There's a heavy warbird there. It's not always that easy. Sometimes you'll make a mistake or do something or click on a button that alerts them to your presence. Basically, we want to head towards the vault and stay out of trouble. So it's right over here. It's not one of the green circles. These are side missions. I'm actually, as I said, I'm not going to do them because it'll make this video longer. Oh, and we're going to slow right down here.
Perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Riemanns.
So we need to try and get past this grid. And it can be a simple matter of just going around the outside, having a look. I really can't remember. But I think we're away from the patrols. So let's have a little look-ski around the outside. See if we can find a way through this grid. The less we get detected going in, the easier it's going to be. And it's not going to be easy as it is. We definitely do not want to make things harder for ourselves. So I'm just going around the outside here.
The Riemanns are all over this system. If we start a fight with one of the ships, we'll probably have to fight them all. And there's no telling how many are cloaked here. We have a number of possible options to explore.
So if we talk to the commander here, she will tell us about all the other things we can do.
Sensors are reading a small derelict worker ship near
The
some of the
various
asteroid
missions
debris.
here,
We might find helpful clues there.
but we're
The
not
remnants
going
are
to
all over.
concentrate on that at the moment. I want to try and find a way into this space station. If I can't find it, I'll bully my way in. We don't really want to do that. Alrighty. So I'm not finding a way in. So I am actually going to go across this grid and deal with the consequences. Let's see how that works for us. Yeah, I thought I might have found a gap there somewhere, but possibly
The remnants
not.
have been alerted to our presence.
There we go. Maybe we didn't have an option. I had a feeling at some earlier version of this game I'd played that we could get in easily. But here we can enter the station. We've got close enough. Hopefully we can get in and avoid that turret there.
Picking up
And
some
we have.
unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Sensor readings are also picking up a few scattered life signs.
So with this mission, we not only go left and right, we go up and down. We need to find a way to get further into the vault, which means going through this access way here. But it's not going to be as simple as just flying up to it. Let's have a look. If we use our scanner in here, we can, there's no building materials to pick up, but it does tell us where we need to go, which is through the middle of that column. So we're going around the outside, of course. We can do it by putting on the full impulse, or we can just mosey around. It's much more leisurable, enjoyable. If we mosey around, we can have a look. This is a huge station. We can get lost going up and down, so we don't want to do that. We'll probably do that in a second. And there's the door. So we need to fly close enough to it before it'll tell us what we need to do. Alrighty. We'll just slow down a little bit here. Yeah, we need to get through this door. I have a feeling it is not just going to open for us. Let's have a look.
We've tripped some security systems.
No, there we go. We knew that was going to happen. We have tractor beams. We have all sorts of things going on here. We're being attacked by the turret. So we'll take these things out. Just as well we put on some heavier weapons there to make it easy for us. I think the turrets are the least of our problem. Let's scan these doors.
The doors are a massive set of interior bulkhead doors. They're segmenting the different parts of the base. Possibly a safety measure in case something went wrong in one of the central areas. Access appears to be controlled by use of security keys. We can disable it if we can find a code block that matches part of a security key.
So we need to find the keys. Look at a big map, zoom in a bit, and here are places where we're likely to find keys and codes that are going to get us through this door. So off to the first section here. Our scanner says there's something down the bottom here we need to do, which means that we are going to have to go down, I think. Let's just have a little look-ski first. Should I trust my gut instinct? Let's have a look. Scanner says down. We'll go down. Now look, we found some turret debris there. We'll scan that.
This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem. Code block 6750.
Cool. So now we come round to the next options here. Now our scanner is not being too helpful because there may be some materials down there. We definitely know we need to be here. Do we need to be up? Do we need to be down? Let's have a look. We'll go up, see what's up here. And look, as we go up, there's some containers here.
Microgravity storage containers. Since this interior space has no artificial gravity, they're just left to float here. There's an assortment of construction materials and personal effects, including a personal access code key, 0668.
So there's our second key. And there's not too many clues where things are here. We're quite small, the base is huge, and we just have to fly around and try and be lucky. So now we need to go over to the left. We'll take ourselves over this giant construction here. We are so small. And there we go. Over we go. Head towards the next green circle. And again, do we want to go up or down? Who knows? Does our scanner help? No, it doesn't. It's taking us back to that door. So we need to get in the right vicinity. Up and down. I don't know. But we know it's in this circle somewhere. So we don't want to get too far out of our circle. Now here, this is interesting. I'll stop the shuttle here. Now occasionally you'll see these arrows. Now this one points down. Now what that is telling us is that the object we want is actually down below us. So we are too high. So don't forget to check your map from time to time. So we don't keep going up. We actually turn the ship the other way. Down we go. We can spin around a bit, get ourselves back in that circle. And as we go down, you'll notice that'll get shorter and shorter the closer we get to the object, or at least in theory it will. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Over here. But it's still telling us we're quite a way up. Look, there's down here a security node. I think that's somewhere we need to be. And we need to get to within scanning range of it, of course. And sometimes if you can't just go straight down, you need to turn as well, so you're kind of corkscrewing down. It's just the way it is. And are we close enough yet to it? Let's have a look. We'll slow down. And we're just going to come into range now, I think. 5 kilometers. Maybe. No, we need to be a bit closer. And here we are. So if we look at our map, you see that up and down arrow has gone, which means we're on the right kind of level for it. And we'll scan that.
The security node for this block of empty residences includes a code key, block 9904.
So here we go. We have all of the keys. So now we need to go back to that bulkhead door, which is over here. And see if we can get the keys right to get in. Let's have a look. Have we got the right keys? Pretty much they're green, so we have. Now, in order to go through these doors, and this is important to know now before later, you're not going to get automatically pulled through them. You need to actually be in line with the door. I know it makes sense, but on the way out, you're going to want to line yourself up as quick as possible. Oh, bit of a giveaway maybe. Let's have a look. Now I just want to check I'm heading for the right door here. And I'm not. It's over here. Well, it says it's over there, but that must be something else going on because we can actually open this door. Let's just find out what happens.
The security key is on a rotation. Each code block matches a piece of one key. Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it.
All
Trying
right.
a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing.
So we've got our keys here, and we just want to watch them rotate until they're the right key. It's a matter of just sitting and waiting, I think. And putting in the right code and the right key block. So you've got a choice of 3. Now nothing is coming up green yet. We're getting some yellows. Yellows, we're looking for parts of keys. So these are 4 digits. We've only got 3 digits here. So it may be a matter that we click on a yellow to lock part of a code in. Let's have a look next time we get a yellow come up. Come on, you know you want to. Give us some new keys.
That's it. Well done. We should be able to bypass the system and gain access now.
Well, that could have been a lucky press, or it could be that we just needed to click on any of the yellow ones. Now we can go in there, but I'm quite intrigued as to what's going on in this green. Is the green circle still there? Ah, it's gone. Maybe should have had a look first, and it was a little bit of a bonus part to the mission. Now here, look, the door is open, but it's not hugely open. As I say, we want to make sure we line ourselves up, and that'll become apparent why on the way out. So in we go. I'm just going to take it easy getting through these doors, otherwise you hit the door and you bounce around everywhere. Now we need to get past all of these, this magnetic storm here. I've found through experience you can just fly through, but basically I think as long as you've got some good shields. Maybe not good practice. We could try to avoid these things.
Microgravity storage crates, mostly construction supplies. No weapons or unusual energy signatures.
Things to scan.
There's still power in most of the station. Some of these conduits are damaged. Keep an eye out for energy discharges.
And somewhere up here is an abandoned fighter as well. Okay, so we zoom through there. We're moving pretty quick because we've got some good engines on. Now, if we stop here, we can see to our left on screen some red writing, which means there are some enemies around this corner. Forewarned is forearmed. So take it easy. Don't just suddenly go full pelt round this corner. Let's find out what's going on. So down here you see there are tractor beams, there are cannons. They're all out of our range, and we will be prepared. So as soon as we get into range, we'll start to take them out. Again, don't go gung-ho into these things. There's a lot of them. You can take them out one at a time. Look, I mean, you could go gung-ho and just run past them all, but that means you've got to do the same on the way out. And the way out, you may find is a bit harder than the way in. Now here you have like beams coming down that block you from going through. So you have to get your timing right. Again, you can bully your way through, and it's probably not going to affect you too much. But look at the things that are in target range. We can already get that from here. So we may as well. All right, we're going in. Let's get through there with the beams down, and we'll take these out. They're not too high level. Look, we've managed to equip our shuttle quite well. So we're not really suffering any damage. So we need to go deeper into the vault. So we just basically keep going. Got hit by that, you see. It caught us a little bit. Not enough to really hurt us. We'll just recharge that back up. And here's where we need to go, into this area here where the green circle is. So we've got to get through this door. There is something here that's a weapon. There it is up the top. We'll take that out if we can. Yeah, it's actually hidden. I can't get it. So here we need to go up a little bit. Up, up, up. All right, and through these doors. And we need to get, as I say, to this green circle, which means going around the outside here.
The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology.
So look, as she said, above us is a Borg sphere. There she is. And we need to scan it. So we need to go up, up, up. So we actually get into scanning range. There's other stuff we can scan as we're going.
Electrical discharges, probably from ionization leaking from the sphere and research nodes. We should be cautious about flying too close to them.
Yeah, we'll just get into scanning range here. Again, as I zoom out, you can see the huge scale of this building, and even the Borg sphere.
The Borg sphere is dormant, like it's been put to sleep.
So where do we need to go now? Let's have a look. We need to carry on through, round the corner, so we get right deep inside the vault here. So I need to find a door. And look, it's down below us because we came up quite high. There's no enemy around. Just as I say, there's no enemy around. Something happened. Must have ran into some electrical thing. That's okay. So you can actually go a bit faster in some sections of the vault. New respawn point unlocked, which means that our enemies are going to come at us. So here we go. Now we're flying through these electrical things that come down. We notice the targets that are going to hurt us are up here. So these things don't do us too much damage. We'll take out the tractor beam and the turret. Now we're feeling pretty smug because we did remember to toughen our little shuttle up. And we're going as fast as we can. Look, we can't use full impulse now. We can. Can get a bit of a move on. Some more objects to dodge.
Quiet in this area.
Bit too quiet. I knew she was going to say that. And we fly into the main bit of the vault that we need to be into to complete this mission. We've done fairly well so far. So we're just looking at scanning things to discover more. So we have to go around this big tower thing here. And again, there's no enemies there, so we can take it easy. Now look, new respawn point unlocked, which means that it could be about to get quite hairy. So keep your eyes on things. We need to get close enough to scan this. And get our fingers ready on our buttons to turn our ship around the second we get attacked, if we get attacked.
This is disturbing. We're looking at a facility used to build Thalaron weapons. If the Remans have infiltrated this base, they may be trying to secure those weapons.
So our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
Yeah, I think so. Who are you?
Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you.
It helps.
That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
Sela. She's in and out of our lives. Now, I'm not your mother, but I'm just going to tell you, don't forget, hydrate. Grab food when you're not doing missions. No doubt you're going to play this 12 hours a day. Make sure you take your breaks, guys. Keep your energy levels up. Go for a walk, stretch your legs. Stuff. There's Osha for you. All right. So let's see. We have some things we can say to him. I don't suppose it makes too much difference.
Never rely on the noble intentions of spies and thieves, Captain. And you and I are either one or the other. You are suitably informed now, I trust. Sadly for you, one of my ships has already finished loading the Thaleron weapons, so you have become the only loose end in my operation. I despise loose ends.
That ain't good.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thaleron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
I think we do. So I'm going to click on one of my extras here to give myself a boost of 30 seconds for things, because I've got a feeling the S is about to hit the F. So we have to get the hell out of Dodge. Where is that ship? We don't know, but we can dodge around, get the other side of this thing so we're out of firing range. We can hunt him down and kill him. But now they've blocked the doors on us. The idea is to get out. You can stay fighting all these people as much as you like, but as long as we're behind here, we can make a bit of a run for it. So we keep our shields full at the back. We need to open this door before we do anything else. And the door is opening. So if we can, is it? Yes, if we can get through this door, maybe get behind the door a little bit to shield us. Keep the shields up, guys. There we go. We've got a bit of a break there. They're going to come after us. We can make it difficult for them, maybe. Don't forget to keep shooting. But we've got our fast maneuverability thing here, which may actually help us make a run for it. And as I say, you can stand and fight. The mission really is just to get out of there. We've got weapons on the back. We can keep maneuvering so we're out of the way a bit, which is a bit slow here. Now these ships firing at us, they're really, really fast. We can use our tab key to try and target them. But basically they're very, very hard. So keep your power levels up. And as soon as you can, we'll make a run for it, because we're being shot at by things we can't even see. Shields, guys, shields. Get around this corner. Here we go. Maneuverability. We'll get round here. Try and stay out of trouble. This will cause us less damage going through here than the actual ships attacking us. Can't even see them. They're too small and they're too fast. So again, we just keep hitting our repair options. Are we going to get away with this, guys, or not? We could have done with some shield battery, but maybe we can get through this door. We can't find that ship.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And we'll dodge over here. All right. Now there is a ship here that we do have to deal to. Here we are. We've got some small ships here we can take out if we're lucky. There we are. We can see them better now. Try and take them out. Great. Alright, we're much more manoeuvrable now. We're in this bigger space, not in the corridor. That door's now shut there. So we've only got to deal with what we can see, and we can't see too much. So let's manoeuvre around a bit. Try and take some cover. We need to take out this heavy warbird here, or we won't be able to escape. Where are we? We need to be heading straight across.
Rear shields failing.
Come on, guys, keep your shields up. Energy boost.
Target shields have failed.
Now, I've kind of lost my fingers on the button a bit there, so I've made it more difficult for myself. Now, this docking thing here, we need to get, if we can get to that. We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we don't want to die, guys. We don't want to die. We are looking at all options to stay out of trouble here. We're trying to dodge. Maneuverability, here we go. Let's see if we can maneuver out of trouble. And we can't. Tricky mission. Failed. But that's okay, because now we're going to come back in fully shielded. Full hull. Oh, I hate the fact I didn't get out of there. Most times I do. So here we are again. We are back here. We have to get rid of this docking mechanism. These fighters are really fast. Maybe this time we'll try and take them out. Alright, let's try and find them. Are they actually going to try and find me, or do we have a bit of a break going on? Yeah, they are. Slippery little suckers, and even the tab is not helping us too much here. We got one, we're locked on. Can we take it out? There's another one gone. But this is where we want to get. We need to take this door mechanism out. And we're doing the best we can. Attempting to take that warship out. She is pretty tough for a shuttle. Come on, guys. You can do this. You can do this.
Blast the door locks.
We've done that. We need the door to open. And it's opening, and this is why it's a good idea to line up to the doors, because you need to get through them. If we can get through this door, again, we can get behind it, give ourselves a little break, and make a run for it here. Hit our button there to get more power across the board. All right, are they following us?
Warning. Ship is
Looks like they may be. But something is. However, we got our maneuverability thing back up. So let's once again get the hell out of dodge while we can. Stick close to this wall. Now we're a fair bit ahead of these fighters now. And it's a matter of trying to stay there. Keep our shields up. Yeah, they've backed off. This is a good thing. And we can now use our full impulse to pretty much move as quickly as we can towards the exit. Door opens, and a new respawn point, because there's going to be a big baddie here that we need to deal with. But I think he's on his own. There he is. It's a light warbird. It's blocking our way out. Let's see what we can do. So we'll target it, and we'll fire all our weapons. We're going to head towards the door, just in case it will just open for us. I think we have to defeat that warbird. Let's find out. Oh. Fly straight at the door just in case we can just get straight out. Not sure. Did we go the wrong way? No, we've gone the right way, but we can't get out. So I think we need to take this ship out here. I thought we could sneak out. We can't. That's okay. That time we manned up and blasted things, which we could have done on the way out. I'm not sure it would have made it any easier for us. Those Scorpion fighters are very, very fast. There we go. And now we can exit the station. Died once, not
We
happy
must
about
stop
that.
Obusek's ship. They
Very
cannot be
tough
allowed to
mission.
possess Thalaron weapons. We can use the subspace booster satellite outside the station to send a message to Starfleet as soon as we're clear of the interior. But Obusek's warship will almost certainly attack us when we do. We'll have to survive long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
All right, so we have to survive. We don't have to fight things. We're in a shuttle. We're pretty fragile, as you've seen from trying to even deal with Scorpion fighters on the way out. So our mission is just to stay alive as long as we can. There'll be a timer with a countdown, and that'll tell us just how long we've got to dodge the enemy for. So once again, a loading screen. Please subscribe, please follow. There you go. Set it.
Reinforcements
Done
have
it.
arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much time. We need to meet with our allies and stop that ship.
Stop that ship. But we need to get in this green circle here.
We are now in the USS Laza is signaling us.
There we
They're
go.
going to engage the Riemann ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
Oh, great. So we've got to basically play escort to this ship and shoot down any fighters or torpedoes. It's not an easy job, but it is a job we will succeed in doing. Now we're in a situation here where there's interference, so we cannot use our shields. We can probably help them out. Now there's some torpedoes coming in here. We need to take those out. We do not want that starship to get hit too much. But again, we can help take it out. While doing our job of keeping the fighters and the torpedoes off the main ship. And there she goes. So there's something else firing at us that needs to go before it let us out of this mission, and it's a Scorpion fighter. There it is. A slippery little sucker, a bit easier to target outside than inside. Are there any more? Hit the tab key. And I can't see any more. So we can hail the Lahar.
That was quite an explosion. Probably from the Thalaron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Federation space.
And depart the system. So the vault is tricky. You need to choose. Are you going to make a run for it and hope for the best? There's a good chance you'll get out of there. Or are you going to fight all the little ships, which is quite hard? All right, so that was the vault. You'll notice I've been logged off. They're probably doing some maintenance on the servers now. So I'll just say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll come back with the next mission. And take care.